Excuse me? Is Zara now in travel business too? Hi, I'm Andrei Mincov, the founder of Trademark Factory, and in this video I'm going to share my thoughts about yet another trademark screw-up. This time around, it's travel agency that's being hit by Zara for trademark infringement. So let me start by reading from the article, and you can always find the link in the description below. Court sides with Zara, says Safari Company's trademark is too similar to register. Zara might occasionally sell safari appropriate wares, from lightweight utility-inspired jackets to earth-tone jumpsuits, but it is highly unlikely that consumers are going to confuse the brand with a Tanzania-based tour company, right? That's not what a European Union court held recently in a decision to reject a trademark application filed by Zara Tanzania Adventures for a figurative trademark which features the word Zara along with Tanzania Adventures for use in connection with travel and tourism services, wildlife education and training services, ecology, safaris, and travel agency and hotel services. According to the Court of Justice of the European Union, CJEU, whose decision follows from a loss for the travel company before the European Union Intellectual Property Office. So EU IPO rejected their trademark and they appealed to the court and they lost in the court. And an appeal to the CJEU, Zara Tanzania Adventures mark, which it uses in Class 39, Travel and Tourism Services, 41, Wildlife Education and Training Services, Ecology, Safaris, and 43, Travel Agency and Hotel Services, is simply too similar to the ones held by the Spanish retail giant, and thus may not be registered with EU IPO. The classes of goods and services that Zainab and Roger Ansel listed on their 10-year-old application for registration are significant. After all, trademarks, that is, any words, names, symbols, or designs, or any combination thereof, used in commerce to identify and distinguish the goods of one company from another, are registered by the classes of goods and services on which they're actually being used. Class 25 covers clothing, for example, while Class 3 includes various cosmetics products. It is well established that two companies with very similar trademarks, that is, any word, name, symbol, or design, or any combination thereof, used in commerce to identify and distinguish the goods of one company from another, and very similar classes of goods, may not both maintain trademark registrations, as distinct from common law rights. At the same time, two companies using similar trademarks may enjoy the benefits of registration if the types of goods or services in connection with which they're using the marks differ. Okay, so a very long-winded way to say a simple thing. If the two companies have completely separate businesses, completely different products and services, they can get away with using the same or similar trademark to identify those products and services. That's the general rule. So let's keep going. So that's the logo for Zara Tanzania Adventures. Now, this is why, for instance, an airline company, a faucet company, and a Swiss watch company all maintain registrations for the Delta trademark. The example that I always use is Blue Shield. That's a trademark for both medical insurance services and welding services. Nobody in their right mind would think that they're buying welding services from the medical insurance company and the other way around. So similar to this, nobody who's buying the air ticket is expecting that air ticket to come from the company that makes faucets and the other way around, right? With this in mind, the CJEU's decision to shoot down the Ansell's application, which depended in large part on Zara's parent company Inditex's argument that fashion and travel are not all that different, is striking. The apparel behemoth argued that it's not uncommon for the fashion publications as well as influencers to marry fashion and travel trends, paired with the current trend of fashion brands evolving into new adjacent markets, such as food, travel, hotels, and restaurants. There is a chance that Zara would, subject to consumer confusion and/or unfair competition, should the Ansell's mark be registered. Zara's win demonstrates the far-reaching, evolving nature of fashion brands and the markets they can operate in and are expanding into. The court found, in line with the current trend of fashion marks evolving towards other markets, the risk of unfair advantage cannot be ruled out in spite of the differences between the goods and services, and emphasize the importance of considering all relevant factors to the circumstances of the case in order to ascertain the risk. God damn it, can they speak in plain English? Seriously, like, who is this article for? Lawyers? I mean, I can understand it, but it's still a struggle. Like, why can't you express your thought in a language that normal people can understand? Ugh! Now, while the tourist company may have lost the trademark fight in the EU, the company is embroiled in a stateside battle after filing an application for the same mark with the US Patent and Trademarks Office in March 2018. Zara opposed the application in January, and the parties are currently going back and forth before the USPTO's Trademark Trial and Appeal Board. Okay, here's my 2 cents about this. Yes, the difference between goods and services is very important because that's really the cornerstone of the trademark system, that vendors in different industries are allowed to have the same brand or similar brand as long as no customer confusion is created by them sharing the same brand. And this whole idea comes from the origins of trademark law when we didn't have internet. Can you imagine? There was a time when there was no internet. And actually, this reminds me of one of my favorite Beavis and Butthead episodes.
Hey, Butthead, what did people do before they invented TV?
Don't be stupid, Beavis. There's always been TV. There's just more channels now.
Oh, yeah. Progress is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? So there was a time when there was no internet, and so it was a lot harder for people to be confused by the same brand in completely separate industries. Because if you were buying faucets from one company, you wouldn't necessarily know that there are other companies under the same brand that do something completely different, like sell watches or maybe sell air tickets. So that's changing. But even before that, there was an exception to this rule about different products and services. And that rule, that exception, had to do with how well known is the owner of the prior trademark. And if a lot of people of the whole world or the whole country knew about the brand as a brand that identifies a certain product or service, and if that brand is unique enough, then that brand was given more weight when it came to others trying to trademark the same brand, because nobody wants to allow newcomers to take a free ride on the popularity of an existing brand, right? So the whole idea that brands can coexist relies on the assumption that people who buy from the second brand are not buying from the second brand because they know the first brand. It's because they're not misled into that. And if they are, then that's exactly what likelihood of confusion is designed to prevent. So with famous brands or well-known brands, they are given a lot more leeway because we assume that a lot of people know about them. And that's exactly what Zara was able to prove in this case. It wasn't really about the direct link between clothing and travel. Of course, they had to make that argument to shorten the distance between the two, but their biggest argument was, look, everybody knows Zara, right? You go to a department store, it's there, you see their ads all the time, they spend millions and millions on promoting their brand, and whenever somebody is going to be ordering a safari service from this Tanzania company, they would know right away, oh, it's the same name as that apparel brand. And that's what trademarks are designed to prevent. So Zara was successful in this case, and I'm just going to give you another example so that you could see the analogy. So software and cosmetics are two completely different things, right? But try launching a new Microsoft lipstick brand tomorrow and see how long it will be before you get hit with a lawsuit. And let me just say, it's probably a lawsuit you're going to lose. So it's not just about similarity of the brand, it's not just about similarity of the goods and services, it's also about the strength of the first brand, how widely known it is, and how unique it is in and of itself. So that's all the considerations you need to have in mind when you're starting a new brand and trying to build something around that. So if you found this useful, subscribe and get notified whenever the next one goes live. If you got a brand that you want to find out if you can even protect, if you want us to offer you a free comprehensive trademark search as part of our packages, then go to trademarkfactory.com and book your free call with a strategy advisor, and they'll be able to help you get this thing started. And if after we do the search we tell you that we don't think it's trademarkable, you can get all your money back, and you don't even pay anything for the search. And if we do find that your brand is trademarkable and can be successfully registered, then we'll just move forward with it with a single all-inclusive flat fee and 100% money back guarantee. So like I said, go to trademarkfactory.com and book that free call. And until then, I will see you in the next video.